Every Wednesday this month, we're featuring an African American who is a leader in one of the pillars of society. These individuals are working hard to give the Black culture a positive push forward. It's week 4, so let's applaud the culture. Now, before we meet this week's guest, let's find out a little more about him. Check this out.
When it comes to community, Jerome Love's love language is acts of service. As the president of the Texas Black Expo trade show, his hands-on commitment gave small businesses a boost with microgrants after Hurricane Harvey. When the pandemic brought hungry people and closed restaurants to his city, he created the We All Eat program so that both could survive. And as a motivational speaker and author, he leaves a lasting impact for those everywhere. So Jerome, we applaud you for your impact on the culture.
Joining us now is author, speaker, community organizer, and entrepreneur, Jerome Love. Welcome to the show, cousin.
Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
Jerome, we play cousins because both our last names are Love. So I'm claiming you as my cousin, all the great things that you do.
Yeah, you're right. TV too, right up the street here from H-Town.
That's right, you know. Now, Jerome, when COVID hit, people in your community didn't have enough food for their families, so you created the We All Eat program. Tell us about it. I'm so proud of this program and how it came about.
Well, food insecurity is a major problem in the United States. So on the one hand, you have individuals that can't put food on the table. The other side is you have restaurants that don't have customers, so they don't have income, so they can't pay their bills. So what we thought was, what if we could take money, give it to restaurants, and they could provide the meals for people within the community, and thus the We All Eat program was born. It's been hugely successful. Right now, we're approaching 300,000 meals. One of my restaurants actually came to me and she said, Jerome, my landlord loves you. And when I asked her why, she said, well, I paid my rent for the first time in the last 4 months. So it's having an amazing impact. Right now, we're looking to expand it with our 1 million meal initiative. So we want to take it from the Houston area to go to Dallas, Chicago, all across the U.S. And we're trying to partner with our corporate partners because one of our sponsors of Texas Black Expo is a bottler for one of the largest beverage companies in the world. And when he found out about it, he said, man, we've lost 60% of our revenue as a result of sales to restaurants. So it's really a no-brainer from corporations to come on board because it's the right thing to do, but it impacts their bottom line as well.
Definitely.
Wow. So how do people reach out or connect with the program if they're in need?
Well, right now, the $5.6 million we have is in Fort Bend County. So it's only for that region. The website is wealleatamerica.com. For the people in the program, we have 2 sides. We've created our own technology platform. So the individuals get their personalized login. They can go in, look at the restaurants. They can look at the meals, make their selections. The restaurants, on the other hand, can go in, they can actually look at their orders for the day, print it out, and manage their inventory. So it's been hugely successful. We posted on our Instagram a testimonial from one of our restaurants, brought tears to my eyes. She's told me how people would come in and tell her, thank you for helping to put food on our table. And she said she felt guilty because she wanted to thank them because they were helping her to keep her doors closed. So it's having a major impact.
That's amazing.
I really respect you because you're not only coming up with solutions, but you're an activator. You're finding ways to make it actually happen. So you can tell that this isn't your first time in assisting local businesses. When Hurricane Harvey hit, you actually made way to provide microgrants to small minority businesses. How did you even find funding for this? How do you do this?
Well, the Texas Black Expo is a nonprofit organization with a mission of creating wealth within underserved communities. We believe that if you want to have strong, sustainable communities, it takes income. So what we do is try to help to build and sustain strong businesses because that's the key to building strong communities. Now, when you come to a natural disaster, 40% of small businesses fail as a result of a natural disaster. Those numbers are even higher when it comes to the minority community. Now, we are in a country that's predominantly white and has a history of racial injustice. So if you're a business owner like me, who's predominantly Black, many times we're left in the cold and we don't have our seat at the table when it comes to the resources and funds to help us to recover. So we took it upon ourselves. We partnered with Rashawn McDonald. He reached out to a lot of his Hollywood friends. We raised about $50,000 and we were able to give $1,000 grants to businesses. We took the same model, did the same thing with COVID, except for we partnered with our corporate partners, UPS, Enterprise, and HEB to help even more businesses.
So smart.
Yes.
So smart.
This is so great. What made you want to start the Texas Black Expo?
Well, I started my first business when I was graduated from the University of Texas at Austin. It was a clothing line called Gogogs, which stands for Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something. Long and short, I lost a bunch of money. Then I started the Texas Black Expo, lost a lot more money. And when I realized that I was making silly decisions because I just didn't understand business, I just thought it was about being passionate and trying to make it happen. But I realized there's a whole community of people that have the same issue. So I wanted to create a platform where we could help to develop businesses. And the expo is a way where they can market and sell their products at a larger level. We have 3 areas, target areas, if you will. Well, number one, if you want to be in business, we're going to help you create a business plan and launch. Now, if you're in business, but you really own your job, but really don't own your business, we're going to help you develop your business model so you can get access to funding in order to scale the organization. And then third, we want to prepare the next generation of entrepreneurs. So we launched the Aspire Youth Entrepreneurs Camp, which is a 2-week camp where we teach youth everything they need to know about entrepreneurship. So should they choose the path of entrepreneurship, it will give them a leg up on their developmental process.
Jerome. This
We
is
out
so
here
good.
applauding you. Jerome, thank you so much for sharing your story and chatting with us today and
Yes,
educating us today. Your work is definitely needed and definitely appreciated. So we are so proud of you and we just wish you continued success